review of wrestling this week. Happy Sunday. I do come live at least once a week on YouTube, so here I am as promised. Hope everyone's Sunday is going well. Who's ever watches the replay? Let's see what is going on. I do want to say we had AEW Full Gear last night. A lot of headlines. I do want to say Mercedes Moné, first and foremost, that is one of my favorite wrestlers. She is getting a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people are so Team Mercedes Moné again. A lot of people were calling her washed up. But she did prove to those haters that no, she's not washed up. So glad to see that. Let's see. The best show of the week, I would have to say. A little hard to decide. I would say Raw. Maybe Raw. I would say maybe Raw was the best show this week. TNA was good. If you watch TNA, a lot of people I know don't have access to Access TV, but TNA was good. I am excited to see what is next. Joe Hendry, what is next for him? What is next with Masha and her TNA Knockouts Championship belt? Is she going to lose it to Jordan Grace? A lot of people are already gossiping that Joe and Jordan Grace are both headed to WWE. That is what is being stated, that they're already ready. So we shall see. Oh, speaking of AEW, since we're talking about wrestling this week, did you guys hear the tea? Did you guys hear the tea? If not, about Speedball, Mike Bailey leaving TNA, honey. Yes, they are saying that he is leaving TNA for AEW. What do we think about that? A lot of people are saying that could be a mistake, that Mike Speedball could be lost in the shuffle. A lot of people said that maybe he should go to AEW, but what do we think about that? That is a little unfortunate. If TNA is losing Speedball, Jordan, and Joe, that's a lot. Hey, Ollie, how are you, Ollie? How are you? Just editing some things real fast. I hope you're doing good on this Sunday. How are you? How are you? Trying to edit something, but I'm doing good nevertheless. But do you watch TNA, or I don't know what wrestling all shows you watch? Okay, what you doing this Sunday? You have anything planned? But yeah, TNA is losing a lot of people. TNA is losing a lot of people. I was there recently and I did enjoy it. Oh, okay, Townish. Well, thanks for the comment. But I was enjoying TNA when I did go live. So it is unfortunate that they are losing a lot of heavy hitters. Discuss the topics about wrestling. TNA. How's your thoughts on CM Punk? I kind of feel like it was a little expected as soon as we saw Paul Heyman, so it wasn't that surprising. A lot of people are saying they weren't surprised due to the Seth Rollins and CM Punk. But what about you? What do you think? Are you happy? It is what it is. He really doesn't have any history with the bloodline, but it is what it is, right? Let's see. What else? Almost done with this. Speaking of, we might as well make that a topic. We did see Friday Night SmackDown. Paul Heyman sorry, Paul Heyman did return, and we did see CM Punk did come. What did we think about that? It was a little predictable when we saw Paul Heyman, but CM Punk. When was the last time we even saw him do anything? I'm trying to recall the last time we actually seen him do anything. I do remember he was with that feud with what's his name, Drew McIntyre, but we haven't really seen him lately as of much. So good to see him back. It's been what, a year since he came back. He did come back around this time last time. So we shall see how much this partnership will lead to him and Seth Rollins feuding, because that is what it's going to get to, him and Seth Rollins feuding. Okay. But do I think that Seth Rollins is going to get over on the feud? Absolutely not. I feel like CM Punk is going to get over on the feud. It would be, I don't even know. Would we consider Seth Rollins an upcoming star or someone that has a long future with WWE? We can kind of say that for both men, they are kind of established. Well, they are established with the company already. Doesn't seem like they're not a new young star, so either or can win or lose. None of them is going to lose anything. None of them are really going to gain anything because, again, they're not newer to the company. They're not proving something. It's two men that are well known, that are well established, who are feuding without a belt. So, you know, when you have these feuds where it's two top stars feuding, there's really nothing on the line. It can go either way. But CM Punk joining Paul Heyman, we should have known that they were going to intertwine. We should have known that was going to happen. We really didn't get Roman Reigns' pick. Well, we really didn't get Roman Reigns' thoughts about all of this, maybe some facial expressions, but I wonder how he feels about this at the end of the day. Some people, of course, wanted what you call it, Brock Lesnar to come back. Some people said that would have been a little bit more shock factor if a Brock Lesnar came back. Oh, so we got some people in the chat. Okay. Okay. What did you say? How are you, buddy? Doing? By the way, I'm still up to 2007. Okay. Hey, Anthony. Seems like you've been on that for a while. The 2007. Seemed like other years you were able to move forward really fast. I am assuming that 2007 there were a lot of things that happened that it's taking longer than the usual years. But how are you? Am alive 99. Hi, how are you? How are you? Oh, hey, Speedy. What do you think? What do you think about? What do you think about Paul Heyman being dressed like Solo? Um, Maybe it could have been for the crowd to be kind of tricked to thinking he's aligned with him. I don't know. How are you, Speedy? By the way, nice seeing you today. How are you doing? By the way, hi. What is your name, by the way? But yeah, my name is Markel. But yes, a lot of people are excited about Paul Heyman returning. Will we get an explanation how he even knew to return? I thought the last time we saw he got a new voicemail. So how did he know to return? How did he know that Roman Reigns was looking for him? Are they going to break the fourth wall and say that Paul Heyman was at home watching SmackDown and he saw what was going on? Are they actually going to break the fourth wall where he's admitting that he does watch the show, or are they going to come up with a lame excuse? He came back randomly because he just thought Roman needed him. But I just want a small explanation on how he even was able to show up, because it sounded like his phone was off. There's a difference between your phone being off, like you turned it off as a voicemail, and then there's a difference between your voice, well, not even your voicemail, your phone actually being turned off where there is no service. So how did he know Roman was looking for him? But it could be something with what you would call it solo. It seems like anytime Roman or the new bloodline are trying to align themselves with someone, Solo is like two steps ahead and is confronting the person and trying to be their friend before Roman can even show up. So could have had some shit like that where Solo was after him. Wouldn't be surprised. We do want to talk about NXT a little bit. So I do want to talk about a little bit about all the shows. Mm, what was good to me? Looking at this stuff. Looking. We still have Trick Williams, who is the champion. If you watch NXT, I will say, who is this girl from Damage Control? I did want to mention that. That was in my notes. The girl, she's not Gigi. She wasn't Mandy. I think her name was Jacqueline, or wasn't that her name, Jacqueline? Whatever her name was. Why is she in this new group? I do see that she is part of this new faction with these two other ladies, where they're the Northern Champion. I'm just still confused on why this wrestler is still involved in factions. Mandy Rose is no longer with the company. Gigi was actually having a solo push before she got injured, if I recall. So I just hate that the last member of Toxic is she's just now a second member again of a whole new group. So I wish they would do something with her. Uh, who was the person I liked a lot? It wasn't Dante. Uh, Trick, I do like. I do like Trick Williams. He is a great champion, of course, but we shall see who will be a threat. I don't know. Hello, Bunny. I would have to see a picture of them to know who that is. I'm sorry. TNA again. Let me look this up. Mm. Okay, yeah, I don't know who that is. I did just look him up. Did something happen with him? Does he have a new project? Is everything okay with him? Is that someone you're a fan of? And hello, Bunny. Let me see. Let me look up some wrestling news. AEW Full Gear was a good show. Wasn't the best pay-per-view of the year, but for them, but I am saying that AEW Full Gear was a great show. I'm trying to see. They're talking about people that were at AEW Full Gear, but it's not a lot of people I don't know. So it's a lot of people I don't even know. So I don't even know these people. So it's people outside of wrestling. But let's talk about this real fast. The WWE ID program. What do we think about the WWE ID program? I do want to say I do like this idea. The only hesitant thing about it is how long is this record? How long is it going to stay on record? Basically, that I didn't make the WWE ID program. If I'm a wrestler and they sign me to a WWE ID, was it contract or deal? And then they say after the contract, you know what? We're deciding we don't want to move forward with you. How long again in the system are you banned from trying to apply again for this program, and how long are you banned from actually trying to apply to be a full-time employee for WWE? Will it be banned for 2 years? We already invested money in you. We already gave you a chance, or is it if you don't get the WWE ID contract after and get a real contract, WWE, can you apply again and it won't affect you? I just want to know about that. I'm sure a wrestler or two will say the real deal. We do have some news about Jade Cargill. She is. Oh, I was just about to start talking about that. I just was about to talk about that, Speedy. I was just about to say we do have some news about Jade Cargill. She is actually injured from the injury we saw, but right on cue, Speedy. Thank you for that. Um, I would say maybe Naomi. Well, that's what I'm hoping. It could be a cheap. It was Liv Morgan, and then we saw how she already attacked Rhea with the baseball bat. Her and Raquel, but I really want it to be Naomi because Naomi is looking a little bit goofy since she came back from TNA. She's always the "I'm so happy to be here" cheerleader girl. Let's go, Bailey. Keep your title, girl. Let's go, Jade. Keep your title, girl. Let's go, Bianca. Keep your title. Let's go. Let's go. That's all she does. It's just, girl, get a storyline outside of that. So I'm hoping it's her doing this because she is tired of being the cheerleader and she wants her own shine. That would make sense. I mean, would she have a good feud with Jade after they reveal if it was her? I have a feeling that she won't win that match. I don't think WWE is going to book Naomi to go over Jade, who they're really trying to push. And I don't think that they're going to book Naomi to defeat Bianca Belair. Um, oh, yeah, I'm not arguing with that, but I wish there was a little bit more for her, considering I'm a fan of hers. And she just had this great TNA run where she was having 12-minute matches and she was the champion to now just being kind of like the sideline. She does deserve to have her own storyline. So I hope it's her. I hope it's her. I hope this leads to a heel run. I kind of remember when she attacked Paige after the Battle Royal years ago and she turned heel and had that theme song amazing. I hope so. So I hope she goes heel. Let's look. War games. If you're talking about Survivor Series, correct? This coming up. Ain't it next week? I know the two war games, clearly the women's and the men, but let's see what else. So we have that one with the men. That's one match. The Bloodline. Then we have Gunther versus Damian Priest, which is your second one. Then we have the women's championship, the women's war games, which is the third one, Rhea versus Liv's team. Then we have Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the championship. That's your fourth. Then we will have Braun Breaker versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship, which we all know that storyline. This is fifth one at this time, which we all know that storyline is going to be this is the championship belt that Sheamus never won. Do we think he's going to go over? I'm unsure, but do we have a storyline? Yes. Fifth, just looking up. So right now it looks like they have 5 matches. Will they add a sixth one? I know Triple H doesn't like to have that many matches, but we have to have something for the U.S. title, I think, right? But War Games, yes, absolutely, absolutely. I do feel like Sheamus should win this because this is the last title that he hasn't won in his career. I don't know how much longer he will decide to stay with the company. It could be couple more years. It could be a couple more years, or he could be at the end where he's just, I need to win this title, so I accomplished everything and I want to move on with my life and live my life now to the fullest where I don't have to travel as much and take these bumps. So I'm appreciating Sheamus while he's still on the roster. I hated earlier this year how they made fun of him, was talking about his belly and shit, but like he stated, he came back 2 months early. Look how he looks now. So he deserves that win. I do agree. I'm sure Brian, they'll have something for him. Come on now. And didn't he already lose this title before and won it again? So I don't even think this is this first time losing a main championship belt on the main roster. Okay. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I haven't publicly spoken about it. Hopefully things are good with Chris Bay. I know at a time he was someone I talked about a lot. Okay, thank you, James, for the comment. Nevertheless, but I do know at times I would talk about him a lot. But unfortunate that he is injured. A lot of people aren't stating what is going on with the injury, and it's no one's business. But I don't know. I don't know. I pray that he can go back in the ring. That's the hope. But if it's a situation at this point where Chris, they're more worried about him as a human and him actually being able to function, then I pray that he can at least function normally without having any kind of restrictions. At this time, I am saying that because, oh, okay, thank you, James, for your comment. I love the fans that like to comment, nevertheless. So thank you. But with Chris Bay, I don't know. They're being very vague, especially with the point that they don't, aren't they showing his fundraisers on the TNA Impact show? And then I saw online, I'm part of a TNA Impact wrestling group where they're actually having like a whole section for him at the shows where you can give Chris Bay a card and they will send it to him and giving him well wishes. So I don't know that they're not really giving an update, but I hope things go well for him nevertheless. Nevertheless. Okay. Oh yeah, thank you, Nakamura. So much has happened. I do apologize. He did make his return with that emo rock kind of style. Is that what we call it these days? Is it still what they call it? But he did have a unique style. It was a little bit darker than usual. We have seen him have a dark personality before in WWE, but this one's a little bit more darker, a little bit more different. We did hate to see what was going on with him towards the end of his last time we saw him, where he was not really winning much. So this new character, this new look should do something for him. But yeah, I feel like that for the United States Championship would be a good match. So I do agree, Spetty. Do we want him to go over? I think LA Knight needs more contenders. I think he needs more contenders. He needs more people to actually make this title reign mean something. I just feel like he needs more contenders, more names for him to defeat. So this reign seems like he had a good reign instead of him just having this long reign where we don't even remember who he really faced. Um, all I can think about is Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. Those are the only two people I can think about when I think about his title run right now. So maybe Logan Paul, is he the one that he's the one that he dethroned for that title, but I don't even think him and Logan Paul had a rematch after that. So that would be a good name. Let's see if there's any more news. Oh, what is this about a lawsuit? WWE, ITRWrestling.com. WWE motions to dismiss Cody Rhodes' lawsuit. Okay. WWE has motioned to dismiss a lawsuit related to Cody Rhodes merchandise. Back in September, it was reported that Cody Rhodes, WWE, and Fantastic faced legal action over the terms of the American Nightmare trademark. The lawsuit was filed by Wesley Elzelin of the band American Nightmare. The group has been around since 1988, and Ellison has held that trademark for use in music, clothing, and entertainment services since 2016. Oh shit. However, in 2021, Eastshore and Rhodes made an agreement that would allow the undisputed WWE champion to use the monarch for merchandise under strict conditions that included making sure any merchandise featured Rhodes' name and likeness or significant wrestling, which must be 75 or larger than Rhodes' mark. Okay. In Lawson, Allison claims that Rhodes, WWE, and Fantastics have blatantly violated the terms of the agreement, with Rhodes' clothing being sold with the words American Nightmare, but not his name. Oh, okay. That's what they meant. I was a little confused. Oh, so making sure any merchandise promptly featured Rhodes' name and likeness. Oh, so they're basically saying if you use this American Nightmare name, you also have to include Cody Rhodes' American Nightmare, or American Nightmare and then Cody Rhodes' name, instead of just saying American Nightmare, because then some people may confuse it with the music group. Okay, I get it. That was one of the criteria. Okay, now that makes sense. In the lawsuit, Allison Toll claim, blah 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 blah. Okay, so Ellison argued that fans of the band and the wrestlers frequently buy the wrong merchandise, and as a result of the confusion in terms, the musician is seeking damages and injunctive relief of up to $450,000. WWE Now Post has reported that attorneys for WWE and Fantastic have responded with a motion to dismiss the claims. The motion argues that Rhodes, referred to by his legal name of Cody Rhodes merchandise, does adhere to the conditions of the previous agreement due to the presence of his skull logo trademark, something they say is part of his likeness due to the permanent tattoo of his neck. Okay. Okay, so they're going to battle it out in court. They're going to battle it out in court. So this is something that is going on. Will Cody Rhodes have to be there? Probably not. That's WWE. I think they own the name to American Nightmare and Cody Rhodes currently, since he works for them. So I don't think he is going to be in the courtroom, if that is what some are thinking. But that's some news. I don't even remember talking about it on this page. I don't even remember hearing about that in September. Maybe I did and just scrolled over it. But WWE, they have the money, they have the funds, they have the lawyers. I do know, like a normal person like us, if we are part of lawsuits, it's going to eat us alive. Just the lawyer fees, and you're not always promised that back, even if you win, or just the lawyer fees alone can eat you alive to the point you usually withdraw from a lawsuit or just agree to pay something, because at this point you're just losing your money battling whoever is suing you. So that's not the case with WWE and these musicians. I don't even know who they are. But again, this was in what, 1988? I wasn't even born yet, so that makes sense why I don't know who they are. But this is the wrestling review this week. The shows were good. AEW Dynamite, that was good as well. Ricochet is still my favorite right now, and Mercedes Moné. Sammy I still love, but this is your review of wrestling this week. I, of course, will be live again next week here on YouTube, but this was just a 30-minute live just talking about everything that occurred on wrestling this week. But thank you, Spetty. Thank you, I guess, Lil James for the hating comments. Thank you, Bunny. A man, I guess. Anthony, thank you. I hope you do your 2007. Tanisha, the girl that just came to talk about me, thank you anyways. And thank you, Ollie, and thank you those that come back and watch the replay. But I'll see you guys soon. I post at least 3 times a week. This week I posted 5 times. But remain safe, enjoy. Okay. Well, praise to Lil James. I actually went to church this morning. So well, I guess I'll pray for him before I go to bed. But yes, Betty, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. And Markel's World. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace. And I will pray.